Good morning, children. So we are back in our next class of English 1. So in a previous class, we had just started our first chapter, that is Visitors at DULIATAL, and we had discussed about it. The first 2 pages we had discussed. Okay, so you have now got your books and copies, and since this is the first chapter, many of you have attempted or not attempted. So and you might have problem getting the questions, the inside questions that I gave you. Some of you had problem regarding that, so I'll be sending you a picture of all those questions, of the complete questions, today's also and the last video also. I did I have done 2 videos on this video which you are seeing now, and the earlier one where those first 2 pages were explained. Okay, so from there we got around 4 questions, and now whatever questions will come, you'll get a complete picture of that. So you can now start writing this inside question, then you proceed to the next whatever will come. But first you read this chapter. Yes, now as you have got your books, so some of the lines I had told you to mark in your book, you can underline in your books. Okay, because that time you did not have your books, so now you can mark it in your books. And yes, so the first thing in your copy that you will do is you will write first the inside questions. I'll be sending you one picture of those questions. You will first solve that, then only we'll proceed to the next thing. Okay, let's take a quick summary of our this Visitors at DULIATAL. So what happened? Tinku, she was a little girl, and she got the news that her aunts Monimashi and Nutupishi, they were coming to DULIATAL. They were going to visit DULIATAL. So she was very excited, and while she was that means having a conversation with her mother expressed her worry regarding their arrival, the arrival of the aunts. And while Tinku asked that why are you being worried, because it's very normal to rain in this time. She was worried that her mother was worried that it should not rain. Okay, if it rains, then what would happen? So she said that what is the thing to worry about, because it's such a nice place, and it's not something to worry about that if it rains, because it happens here. It's such a place. But then her mother said that no, it is a matter of worry, because they had never been to the hills before. They had never come here, and once upon a time you yourself, she was saying to Tinku that you yourself were also not happy with the place long before time. So they were having this conversation, and now her father, just after some time, their father now checks the time, that it's the time to reach the bus stand. And so Tinku asked her father that if she can also accompany her father to the bus stand. So her father allowed, and they both went to the bus stand, and then they met Nutupishi and Monimashi. So then while they came out of the bus, then they were asking that where is the taxi, or where is the rickshaw. But then Tinku's father said that there is no taxi or no rickshaw, because the place is such that you can't go through any taxi, or we can't afford any rickshaw right now, because of the difficulty of the place. The place is not the road is not actually so good. It's very narrow. It's not that very wide one. So they were very much worried at the time that now how will we walk. And they were saying that why did you call us at this time of the year? We don't like rains. We have never come to this hilly area or so. So then but there was no any choice. they will have to walk through that road. So they start. So while they were having this conversation, so Tinku started laughing out, and then Tinku's father gave, because now they had to start going to their home, so they Tinku's father gave Monimashi and Nutupishi the umbrellas and the raincoats, and so now they will start their way. So now we are starting from the next page. Walk all the way to your house, cried Nutupishi. And I don't see any road, said Monimashi. So then Nutupishi was saying that now we'll have to walk all the way, like from here up to your house we have to walk. We will not get any rickshaw, or will not get any taxi or something, and I don't see any road. And whereas Monimashi said that you are saying that we have to go by road, but where do you see the road? Where is the way? She didn't see any way there. There it is, said Tinku, pointing to the narrow track leading down to their house. And while Tinku pointed to some very narrow, what that is called, narrow track means, some we say the word gully, that is very narrow road going through by the side of any by the side of the lane. So they were not very happy seeing all those. Monimashi said, I can't go down that path. It's so narrow and there's such a steep drop on the other side. And Monimashi was not so happy with that, and while when she saw that road, she was very much upset, because she did not like the way, because not only it was narrow, but also while they'll be walking through that, so that road or that way, that path was quite sloping. That means it appeared like they will fall down. The road was sliding down in that way. So there is, and also they say that there is not even a railing one can hold on to, and that area is so much so much congested that there is not even a single thing that they will hold something for support, so that they don't fall down. Because while they will be walking in this way, suddenly they have to go down in this way. That the path or the area was in such way. There is not even a railing one who can hold on to, said Nutupishi. Don't be frightened, said Tinku's father. Here, hold my hand. And both Tinku and Tinku's father gave their hands so that they can be supported. And you hold mine, Monimashi, said Tinku. Don't worry, you won't fall down. So both of them offered help, so that they will get support and they will not be afraid and they will not fall down. It seemed like a never-ending journey to Tinku. Both her aunts were so scared of the narrow path that they took ages to cover the short distance. Actually, what happened is the way from the house to the bus stand was not that much long. It was very short distance. The distance was quite short one, but as they were very scared, and this is very usual, because let us keep ourselves in Tinku's place, or let us keep ourselves in Monimashi and Nutupishi's place. See, Tinku and her father, they were living in those hilly areas. They were living in that place, but Monimashi and Nutupishi, they had come there for the first time. Okay, and even if we are also going in that place for the first time, what will happen? We will be scared by seeing those by seeing that kind of situation. So we'll be very much alert. We'll be very much alert that if something happens, we need to be sure. We need to be careful that we should not fall down. And in this rainy season, there will be we may slip down. So they were walking very slowly at that time, and so it was very it seemed like it is not going to end. The time was taking so long for Tinku to reach house. She was thinking that such a short distances from the house to the bus stand, but they are taking so long to reach the house. But then, thank God, we have reached the house, said Monimashi with a shudder as they neared the gate. But then somehow uh, they reached the house, and while they reached, because it was the rainy season, no, and it was continuously raining, so they were like shivering. And while they entered, not entered, while they just reached, they were shudder. You know, shudder means they got a sudden shriek. They got a sudden what you call that, shiver within themselves, because it was raining and it was cold also. As they neared the gate, just in front, when they just reached the gate, they got a little shiver within them. I'm not going to step out until it's time to leave. And Monimashi said that thank God we have reached now to the house. Until it is time to go back to their own places, they are not going to come out of the house of Tinku. I don't think I want to either, stated Nutu Pishi. Nutu Pishi also said the same thing. There's nothing to see except dripping trees and dark bushes. And Nutu Pishi rather said that there is nothing to observe here, there is nothing to see here. On all the trees are just dripping, all the waters are dripping, the trees have got like they have bent down, and dark bushes everywhere, there are bushes, nothing else to see. I don't think we'll get to see the snow range at all. They wanted to see the snow snow at that time, okay, because but they were thinking that they wanted to see the hills, the mountains, but they thought that now we can't see it anymore. Oh yes, you will, when it is bright and sunny, said Tinku in a comforting voice. But don't be disheartened, you will get to see it only when it will be bright and sunny, and the sun will surely shine. Here we are, said Tinku's father, opening the gate. And now Tinku's father opened the gate. Her mother was already at the door to welcome them. Her mother knew already that they were coming, so she was there, present already to welcome the aunts. Soon after they had their tea, now they went inside the house, and they were served tea. So after they had their tea, Munimashi and Nutupishi dived under the quilts and blankets. Now just as soon as they had their tea, they went straight into the bed. They went to sleep with a hot water bottle each. Okay, they took even a hot water bottle also. I would tell you to underline this last paragraph. Soon after they had their tea, Monimashi and Nutupishi dived under the quilts and blankets with a hot water bottle each. And so this gives you a question. This, I think it is your question number 5. What did Monimashi and Nutupishi do after they entered Tinku's house? This is your 5th number question. So they went to bed. They went to sleep. After having their tea, they took a bottle of hot water and they went to sleep. But the next morning, now let's see what happened the next morning. But when they opened their eyes the next morning, the whole place was filled with sunlight. The sloping garden was full of colors. The snow range beyond the garden shone golden in the sun. The dark hills in the distance had silver trickles falling down into the green plains below. While they woke up the next morning, they saw that everything was so bright and shiny. Everything was so beautiful around. The whole place was filled with sunlight, because Tinku said no that you will get to see the snow range when it starts shining, when there will be sunshine. So when the sun will be shining bright, and that morning it was shining bright. The sun was quite warm that morning, and the sloping garden, the garden was full of colors. The flowers whichever was blooming, it all looked very colorful. The snow range beyond the garden, and what they wanted to see, the snow, it was beyond the garden, it was looking, and it was also shining, like it seemed very golden at that time. the dark hills, even the hills which could be seen from the distance, they also had silver trickles. Silver trickles means there were waterfalls. They could see, Monimashi and Notopishi could see the waterfalls, water falling down. They could see the waterfalls and falling down into the green plains below, into the green bushes down below. Oh, how beautiful, cried Monimashi and Notopishi together. I told you so, said Tinku, joining in the laughter that followed. So, initially, before, that means when they just got into the house in all that condition, in that rainy situation and all, they were very much disheartened that like, why did you call us at this rainy season of the year? And they were also very much upset that after this now we are not going to get out of our house. But then the next morning, when they saw such a beautiful scenery and such a beautiful atmosphere everywhere around them, they were very enchanted by that. They were very they admired that. They were so impressed by the whole atmosphere, and then they exclaimed that, oh, how beautiful it looks. Both Monimashi and Notopishi said together. And to that, Tinku said that, yes, see, I told you that the sun will be shining quite bright. So at the end, they see the sun, they see the beauty of the morning. So here our story ends, Visitors at DULIATAL. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt regarding any of the part, the same thing I am repeating, you can contact me anytime. Okay, after this you will be getting the 2 more questions. Earlier I had given you, but if you have not, I'll give you the full picture of this inside questions. You attempt this, please do attempt this, and after that you will do B number question in your book, and then you will show me. First you attempt the inside questions, you write those inside questions in your copy, and then show me. How much time you need? I think today is Thursday. Okay, whatever it is, you just show me, but keep in mind that after writing this inside questions, then you do this B number, fill up the blanks. And now you have got your books and copies, so do one thing, do this B number, this fill up the gaps, or actually it is complete the sentences in your own words. If you have problem, then I'll give you the answers, but first you try yourself, because you read the chapter once again yourself and try to answer these sentences. After that you show me, you do it in book first, okay? You write it in book, and after that you will write in copy when I check it, okay? See, we'll go in this way, that we'll write first the inside questions, okay? Then A number question is our exercise questions, I'll give you that. Then you will write B number question. I will tell you what to do and when to do, okay? First, now you do only this inside questions. You only attempt this. After I have given you the exercise questions, then you write that in your copy. Or, yeah, that will be better. And if there is problem, anything regarding this B number question from your page number 4, then I will give the answer. But first you attempt this inside questions for now. Up to the next time, wait for the next thing which comes up, and until then, stay safe. Thank you.